Hey everybody, it's Doug here, Doug Mystic Guy on Board Game Geek, getting ready to bring you our second episode of our playthrough of H.P. Lovecraft's Kingsport Festival, which is a Kingsburg-like game of dice rolling and like area control, basically. Pretty good game, by the way, guys. If you sound a little different in between the last session and this one, I seem to have picked up a bit of a cold, but I don't feel too badly. I'm just kind of stuffed up. Anyway, we're going to start our third turn, and we're going to get busy rolling dice. I'm not going to give any rules, explanations, or anything like that. We're just going to get right on to it. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we get. Wow, looks like red will be going first this turn. That's a pretty low roll. We got a 10 for black, and a 12 for... I'm not rolling very high with these guys, am I? Okay, so we're going to look over here at the turn order. We're going to make some changes. So the first one, the one's going to go first this turn is red, followed by black, and then yellow. So that's going to be the turn order for this turn. Now we're going to get to our placement. Oh wait, first off, we have to adjust sanity based on that these numbers. So red will get 2 and black will get 1. Okay, red goes 1, 2, black goes up to here, and yellow stays exactly the same. So what to do with red's pathetically low roll of 6 total? Well, the other ones have 1s and 3s too. I'm a little concerned that they're going to get blocked. So let's do this. We're going to start by placing theirs 1 on the 1 because just in case the black player wants to take that 1 spot, which that would be next. The black player is going to go next. Now he has a 6 and 10, so we could just go directly to the 10 slot here. For 2 sanity, pick up some additional. I think that's what they're going to do. We're going to go right here with the 10 slot, and then yellow gets to go. Yellow with a 12. 12 looks pretty good too. Get some magic. Then maybe you can pick up some spells before we have to fight the investigator. I believe that's what we're going to do. Boom. And then red's got a 5, and red's actually going to place it right there on the 5 spot. Okay, well, we'll get to our next step where we're going to resolve our things that we selected. That is called the concession phase, and then after that we go to the expansion phase where we move out into the city on the board. But let's continue with our finishing up our concession stage. So starting with the red player on number 1, we're going to take that off, and red is going to get a evil resource. Then we're going to come down to 5. Now this is something different. Red is also going to get that. Now for 1 sanity, for a cost of 1 sanity, right there, we're going to get a victory point, a spell, and a magic point of magic. So red will now have 1 point of magic, and is going to go up 1 more time on the cult point track. And then we have to draw a spell. Now, knowing that we're going to be going against an investigator fairly soon, I think what he's going to do is draw one of the death spells. I did shuffle these, but I always like when we first draw from a pile, I like to kind of shuffle them up again. So here's what we get. Let's see. This is his spell. It is going to be the Necronomicon, the Testimony of the Mad Arab. It says death spell, raid. So this means it takes effect during a raid. It says spend 4 magic to gain +3 strength, then lose 1 sanity. Could be a little tough for us, but that is red's spell. So that is going to end that slot. Now we're going to move up all the way up to 10 here. So our black player has 10. That's going to cost 2 sanity. 1, 2. And is going to gain the black player either a choice of 2 evil and a death or 2 evil and a destruction. What he's got right now is 1 of each. So I think that we're going to take 2 evil and a death cube. So there they are. Boom. That's our resources for the black player, and he's done. Then we move on to our yellow player on the 12 spot. He's going to have to spend 2 sanity. 1, 2. He's going to gain 2 magic. Boom. So he's up to a 2, which is depicted right here. And then he's also going to get a purple evil and 2 destruction resources for his card, or for play. Now that is going to end the concession stage. All players have rolled their dice. They've come off the board. Now we're going to go to our expansion, starting with the red player. The red player wants to ensure that he's going to be able to defeat this upcoming investigator. So he's going to move into the docks. There's his red token. That is going to cost him his 2 death cubes, death resource. And he's going to also gain a victory point, plus you can see now that he's going to have another +1 strength during a raid. So far he's got +2 strength if the investigator is 3 or less. So we know that he is, because the first level investigator is between a 1 and a 3, and we also know that he gains 1 strength. Now remember, because of our scenario, if they don't spend an evil, then that investigator will be +1. We definitely can't allow that, because if it goes over 3, then they lose 2 points of strength. So they're all going to have to keep an evil cube around to some degree. But that was our red player. Now our black player is going to move or place something as well. And you know, I think that now he does not. He does have. Okay, yeah, I think he's going to do the exact same thing as we start to build up our strength. Now some of these other ones give us some really good abilities too. We could go to the Emporium, and where we gain a +1 strength, and it only costs us 1 death cube to go there. And it'll start to let us branch out into here, start to take a different path than the other guys. I think we're going to do that. He does have magic. He can't spend it, so he's going to do that. He's going to place his token here in the Emporium. It's going to cost him 1 death cube, and he will go up 1 more on the victory point track. Last but not least, we do have our yellow player, who has a number of things that he could do. Now he's already in the docks. He's already here. He could go to there for the +2 strength. I think that's what he's going to do. He needs 2 evil. That means he's definitely going to have to get an evil next turn, because that's all he has is these 2 evil tokens. But he is going to do that. He's going to place right here, plays 2 evil tokens. That is going to give him 2 cult points, which he needed, because he's not doing as good as the other 2 at this point in time, though it's still early. And that wraps up our expansion. So the only thing we have left to do is, since we're not going to have a raid down here, we go to our next turn. Boom. Now, at the end of this turn, before we get to this point, we are going to face our first investigator. So that will happen on this following turn. Yeah, I think I'm trying to debate on how short I want these. I could do them very short and make them nice and quick and easy to upload. I think I'll do that. So we took 1 turn, 1 big turn at this point in time, and we're going to end it there, because our next turn is going to be a little longer with the raid involved, etc. So thanks for watching, everybody. I'll talk to you soon.